Today I bring you Battlefield 6. Now this game is currently in open beta, so if you can and you have the time, I highly recommend downloading it and checking it out. I believe the beta ends tomorrow on the 17th, so you have today and tomorrow to play it. This game, if you've never played Battlefield before, it's free right now, so I highly recommend you try it out, see if you like it, see if it's worth buying. But if you just want my quick opinion, I think if you like shooting, if you like multiplayer shooting games, yeah, give it a try, give it a go, because it's always fun to play a new one. And I've never been a Battlefield guy. I never played the older ones. I think I played like two a little bit back in the day, back when it was like Bad Company. But I was never, I was always, I never really played Battlefield like that. I usually play Call of Duty or like, or, I mean, I'm not a shooter guy. I usually am RPG, fighting game guy. If you know who I am, if you know the channel, you know. But I say this game was pretty fun. I think I'm more excited for Battlefront 3 than I am Battlefield from DICE, if I'm gonna be honest. But this game seems like a fun shooting game. The graphics look great. This game looks so good. It's scary realistic. Probably the best feeling of the game is when like you're like down in the dirt and like shit's exploding all around you. You have to like go in and try and take the base. And you're just like roaming in with your squad and you guys just like shoot everything, take everything out. That's like the best feeling. The worst feeling of the game is you spawn in, you run in, you get sniped. That's gonna happen more than you. It's gonna happen a lot. But and also another worst feeling too is when you're about to win. Like, so I play a lot of attack and defense, and I get really pissed when we can take a point, but instead of like my teammates getting on the point, they just sit around the point like a bunch of idiots trying to get kills, and it fucking pisses me off. I'm like, bro, this is not Slayer. Get the fuck in the game. But yeah, I think this game was enjoyable and it's free right now, so I recommend trying it. See if you like it. I don't know if I'm gonna partake in this one. I think maybe I'll just wait and see how it goes. But the game was just a good time. The game is your traditional combat military shooter. And this its specialty is that instead of like having custom loadouts like in Call of Duty, there's four different classes that you can kind of change the loadouts for. There's Assault, which is like the attacker, Engineer, which is like weapons repair guy, Sniper, which is I think specialist, they call it specialist, and Medic, which I think is the most important class in the game, because Medic allows you to revive people, and I think that's also one of the cool things about this game I like is that when you get downed, you have like this die like something like Last Stand in Call of Duty if that helps. And when you're in this Last Stand, you guys just like sitting there all dazed and shit, and you can pretty much call for a medic or end it all. But what I like to do if the enemy really isn't killing you and leaving you there, and you know like your medics can't get to you, is use and for PlayStation it's the L1 button, but use the L1 button to mark the enemy locations. Mark the enemy locations so your friends know where they are. Hold on. You can just scout out enemies and help them out if they don't instantly kill you when you're in your down state, which is pretty useful. I don't see a lot of people using that to their advantage. So for all of you guys watching, I recommend that. I'm not like a huge shooting game god. I'm not like fucking Shroud or anything. I'm like basic, I like to play Marvel Rivals every once in a while. I play like basic modes. I'm a quick play warrior, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I was saying, especially in my Hero Academia videos, I don't really try hard in this game. I just like to have fun. And this game was fun, but sometimes, like I said, the sniping was annoying. But when you're in with a squad, and you guys are moving in, clearing the area room by room, that's where this game shines. That's where it shines the most. And the vehicles, there's a game I have on this I have on this channel. I used to play a lot called Enlisted, and I thought I was gonna like this game a lot less than Enlisted. And I kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like a more upgraded version of Enlisted, but the only thing I think Enlisted does better is that it gives you better control of, it has better vehicles that you can have on. Like for certain maps, there's only like tanks. There's no planes, and then there's some planes for certain maps. But I think Enlisted does the vehicle combat just a little bit better. But graphically, this game kicks Enlisted's fucking ass. And gameplay wise, it kind of the same too. I'm sorry, I love Enlisted, but Enlisted is so fucking clunky. Like people who are saying it's not clunky. Also, one thing I see a lot of complaints about is the maps. I think the maps aren't that bad, but I'm not a Battlefield player, so I don't know what the craziest Battlefield maps are. But I think the maps are pretty good. When I got used to them, they're pretty good. Only thing I don't like about Battlefield is just that dumb shit where like if you go too far out of the zone, you have 10 seconds to come back, otherwise you instantly die. I know that's to like stop people from like going completely on the map and doing like bullshit stuff, but like can you make that area or at least the timer a little bigger? Like I don't like when I'm driving a car and I accidentally go into the black and white and all of a sudden my screen is gray and there's a big fucking countdown on my screen and I can't see where the fuck I'm going when I'm fucking driving the fucking car. So that shit was fucking annoying. If anything, I would ask them to fix that. But that was one of my biggest peeves. But yeah, I don't want this video to be too long. I think this game was fun. Is it worth $80? It only feel like if you're like a huge Battlefield stand, maybe. I suggest waiting for like a sale, maybe like $30. Honestly, because right now, if you really want to see it, give it a try because it is free. You can play for free right now because it is an open beta. You have until the 17th of August, 2025. So if you're watching this now, the three people that are watching these videos, I suggest you try it now. All right, thank you guys for watching. Peace.